Welcome back to another edition of the Founders Table podcast. Pull up a chair and take a seat at the Founders Table where we talk about real issues that you, the entrepreneur, founder-led organization face on a day-by-day basis. This podcast is created by founders for founders. My name is Nick Long. I'm what am I about to say here? I'm joined by
Why do I look so short, dude? It's a fucking chair. You that much taller than me? No, see, it was the chair.
I'm tall. I'm joined with my co-host, Mr. Anthony Bascilio.
What's up?
Founder of APN Tech. If you need voice search for your business, head over to apntech.ai.io.
apntech.io.
Got it. All right. All right. Well, today, what are we talking about?
One of my favorite things.
Okay, what's that?
Culture.
Oh, I thought it was another C.
No. No, we're talking about culture.
Talking about culture.
Yeah.
All right. We're talking about culture as it pertains to growing, scaling, maintaining an organization.
Yeah. I mean, I'm big. I'm big on culture. I mean, look, a lot of people hate going to work.
Yeah.
And they hate going to their jobs. And and Sunday night, they're like, oh, man, tomorrow's Monday. And I never want people to feel that way. And that's the way I've always had it in my mind forever. Like, I want people to not mind coming to work, actually maybe even look forward to coming to work on Monday. So for us as a company, and we have Culture Week coming up in 2 weeks, which we'll talk about in a little bit, which is something that we did last year for the first time, and it went over so well. But I really, really believe in treating the employees so good and making them love our company because, to me, my employees are my number one customer, right? And then if we treat our employees right, they're going to treat our customers right. So I've always thought.
So let's take a step backwards because I have my own opinion, but I'm interested to hear yours. What is your definition of culture or company culture?
Well, I mean, our core values. I'll start with that. Our core values are EDC.
EDC.
You have to be enthusiastic, disciplined, and competitive to work here.
I thought that was like electronic dance carnival. Like,
well, you know what?
Taking it back to your your rave days.
When we came up with the core values, it was like DCE. We had the words, and we said EDC. We're like, you know what? That actually is perfect for us because we are a very festive company.
Right, very, very electric.
We're very high energy, electric. The way our office, our colors, we have the music on, the vibe. I was like, it actually plays perfect into us because we are like a very festive kind of company as it is. So that's why we chose to make it in that order. At first it was CDE. I'm like, no, make it fucking EDC. It actually. And so whenever we say EDC, EDC like the festival, like, well, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's enthusiastic, disciplined, and competitive
to work here. So those are our core values, and we're constantly talking about them. In fact, every morning the day starts with a stand up. Company meeting, 10 minutes. We acknowledge who did well yesterday, and acknowledge and talk about what spiffs or what kind of contests we're doing, which we do a lot of every day to keep people competitive and honest. And then after we do the morning meeting, all the teams break up into their groups and they do their EDC meetings. We call it their EDC meetings. So they have a quick little 5-minute EDC meeting, look at the numbers, the targets for the week, everybody sets their goals. So the whole, every single day starts with a company stand-up meeting and then a mini EDC meeting. So that's how we start the day. And all of our stuff's very positive. If we had a bad day, hey, chalk it up. Today's going to be better. It's always positive, encouraging, supportive, and we've done so many surveys to our employees about this kind of stuff, and I mean, we never get a negative response to us.
As far as it pertains to culture,
when it comes to being supportive and positive in the environment and the vibe and how they feel.
So just to give the audience some context, I mean, there are people that know you, but obviously there might not be people that know you. Like, how big is your company? How many employees currently?
So here in Anaheim at headquarters, there's 80 people here.
80.
And then over in the Jersey office in Bergen County, where I'm from.
Yeah, Jersey Shore.
We have another dozen people there. So now, this is headquarters over here.
Now in Jersey, like, do you guys have less productivity because your employees are always doing gym tan laundry?
I wish they were doing GTL, man. My Jersey guys got to get in better shape over there. But my Jersey guys are great. But it's definitely a different vibe over there. Different people. It's tough.
Do you think it's a different vibe? Like talking about culture, like you're here, right? You're just outside this door of the studio is the 80 people, and it's jamming out there. Music's playing. People are ringing the bell. They're high-fiving. People are on wireless headsets walking around.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Do you think that the lack of you and the other owners not being in Jersey affects the culture?
I think so. It's also what Jersey sells. The Jersey team sells a different product. So here it's a very fast-paced environment. Guys are making 300 phone calls a day. It's constant, loud. In New Jersey, it's another department where it's not fast-paced. It's more of a methodical, longer pitch where they're doing a consultative kind of talk to the customers, and they're on a screen share. It's like a 45-minute talk and doing a lot of research and discussing what the issues that the business owner is solving. And so here it's like boom, 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 boom. Over there it's much so there's sometimes guys aren't on the phone. It's a little more quiet. So it's a totally different kind. The kind of sale dictates the kind of vibe it is too when it comes to the phone stuff. So it's just completely different over there.
So I would just like kind of reading between the lines there. I would argue that they both have their own culture.
They both have their own culture, 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
So like for me, like culture is sometimes hard to define, but it's very easy to feel. Right? Like
totally.
It's, like you've done a great job with this office. You guys ever can get down here and take a tour. It's amazing. But you guys have the words and everything up on the wall. And what I love about this, amongst many things about this office and you as a leader, is that it's not just words on the wall. Like you actually feel enthusiastic. You feel the discipline. You feel the competitive.
As soon as you get up the stairs, right?
As soon as you get up the stairs, it's almost like you're stepping onto the field of play.
And everybody says that when they come here. New people, first, they walk in, they wow, what is this place? And they see the color, the red and the blue, and the mural on the wall, and the bell ringing, and the music playing, and people on the headsets, and people standing up, people walking around with the wireless. So it definitely starts with that. And then the next level of culture is the amount of stuff that we do for the amount of recognition, the amount of acknowledgments. I mean, we do so much. I mean, we're always doing like, lunches, company lunches and company events. So every quarter we do an event. Yes. We do a team event every single quarter, and we might do a kickball tournament.
So I want to go back to that because I think recognition is one of the most undervalued things when it comes to company culture. There's a famous saying that says recognition, men die for it and babies cry for it.
Yep.
Right? At the end of the day, like what human beings desire is they desire to feel significant. Like we desire to have a level of significance in our life, and people will do more for significance than they actually will for money.
They want to know they matter.
Like you and I are, we're capitalistic, right?
Yeah.
And so we like goals, we like money, we like the journey of what it takes to earn whatever it is we've set out to earn. Not everybody's driven that way.
No, especially this day and age.
Some people, you can just give them recognition publicly, and they will be loyal to you for from here till the end of time.
So here's some of the things that we do on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. So daily, we have our 2K chain. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's this big gold chain.
It looks like Flavor Flav.
It looks like Flavor Flav's what the
you
clock.
You guys remember Flavor Flav? He used to wear that giant clock around his neck. The 2K chain is that. It looks like Mr. T and Flavor Flav got together on some like unique timepiece.
Right. So if anybody hits $2,000 a day in sales, they get the 2K chain. If somebody else, they got to pass it to that person.
So like, let's just say I get to $2,000 in sales. I
get the chain.
I get the chain, but then you go 2,100.
As soon as someone else hits 2,000,
okay,
you just pass the chain over, so the chain gets passed. Every day, there's at least 2, 3, 4, 5 people that hit 2K. Sometimes.
So you have sales reps out here that are generating $2,000 in sales
in a day. All the time.
And what would someone like that make if they did 2,000 in sales?
In 2,000 in sales for the day, they're making at least $500 just for the day.
Wow, that's great. So $500. I mean, I'm not good at math, but that's like 15 G's a month.
Yeah. Wow. Our comp plan is very aggressive, and they have ability to make. They can write their own paycheck, Really? And then every week, whoever did the most sales for the week gets the BMF belt.
That's the big.
So that's like the UFC, the baddest motherfucker belt, right? So we have this big belt that we got made, the BMF belt, and then every Monday we announce who has the BMF belt now. We pass the belt, and then if you retain the belt, then you get a bonus, right? And then if you retain it multiple weeks in a row, the bonus goes up. So the first week it's like $100. The second week it's like $200, and then like you keep earning more money if you retain the.
So there's both incentive and recognition, and I think that's a great part about building healthy culture is incentives and recognition, healthy incentives and recognition. Because at the end of the day, the people do want to make money, but like they will take the recognition.
They love it. And then another thing that we do so much, dude. I'm probably going to forget a couple of things. We started this about a year and a half ago. We started getting these custom jerseys made.
Oh, I seen those. Those
so
are nice.
Whoever was top sales for the month in each department, plus who was a top agent and maybe customer service, plus who was a top team leader here, will get a jersey made. So we have a black and a white, a home and away jersey. And then, so if they're a top team leader, they earn their jersey. They give me their number, what name they want on the back. And then once a month, we do a jersey ceremony.
Nice.
Right? And then we come up, you get your jersey, we make a big deal about it. And that's official work gear. So you could wear the jersey as official, you have to wear something with APN on it, and your hat has to be APN hat. So that's official work gear. So we pass it. So you get your home and an away jersey.
I just thought about this. Are you guys going to do like a Hall of Fame? That would be dope.
We could do that. That's a good idea.
I
didn't think about that.
You should do a Hall of Fame, and then they get like the jacket.
Yeah.
They get like a yellow
like
jacket.
A yellow jacket.
Dude, that would be sick. Just like the Hall of Famers do. But then you mount their jersey like on the wall.
That's a good idea.
Because I think so. The whole reason behind culture is for me. I think it's obviously to like curate like an energy that is driven towards a singular vision, but it's also to create continuity and stickiness inside of employee retention, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so hard. It's so hard to get good employees,
and so hard to retain when it's
so hard to retain.
Especially sales. Organizations that are heavily focused on sales.
Yeah.
Because, if guys don't hit their numbers, they're not making money, and, you got to put food on the table,
right.
and that happens,
Right.
So now, on top of the jersey ceremonies, once a month, we do awards, right? Get little awards made. There's no monetary incentive.
Let's break it down a little bit, because just so people are like, if you're a founder and you're watching this, or even you're an established CEO, you have culture either way in your company. You either have like chaotic culture, or you have like competitive culture. You have clear culture. You have culture that builds community. So you have culture either way. So just to break it down, so Anthony runs a business. They'll do about 30 million this year. 100 employees total.
Yeah, about 100.
About 100 employees total.
A little more with Tampa, yeah.
And so like to break this down, like first of all, they started and identified their core values, right? And the core values aren't they're more like verbs and descriptors than they are like, excellence. Like he says competitive. Like, because I can look at you and say, are you competitive? Are you not competitive? Are you disciplined? Are you enthusiastic? And then, so that is what starts kind of the epicenter of what the culture is. And then you guys hire, fire, you make decisions based upon, is that person enthusiastic, competitive, and disciplined, right?
For sure.
So then the daily, you're doing stuff like the stand-up, the morning huddle.
The EDC meetings.
EDC.
The 2K chain.
The 2K chain.
The weekly BMF belt.
The weekly BMF
the
belt.
Jerseys.
The monthly jerseys.
And then we do the awards.
Yeah, and then the monthly awards. So you're doing daily, weekly, monthly, annual, kind of recognition for the employees.
For the monthly awards, we give about 6 to 8 every month. We'll do like Rookie of the Month. We'll do the EDC award for the person who displayed the most EDC.
Do they get to go to the EDC?
Yeah,
we
should probably throw that in. Tickets to EDC.
Give them some like goggles and glow sticks, and make them do a funny dance.
We'll do the Hustler Award for the top sales. We'll do the 6-Man Award for the person that helped out the most. The Iron Man Award, who showed up on time every day and wasn't late and didn't call out, and a couple other ones. Then
so they're not all production related. I want to point that out.
A couple are only 2 are production. The rest are all like just
Enthusiastic, disciplined,
Yeah.
and competitive.
Yeah. And then 6 man, helping each other out and showing up on time gets an award. So we do that. Then we do our quarterly contest every quarter. That's a sales contest. So this quarter right now, which ends this month, is a yacht cruise.
Oh.
So the top 4 agents from here, top 1 agent there, top 2 team leaders here, and then a couple of people.
You're not going to say it's like a yacht cruise and then they show up. It's a Duffy, right?
No. We're actually getting a nice yacht that can fit 16 people for 4 hours, and we're going to go out and we're going to have food and drinks, and that's a cool contest. Then for the team leaders, they have their own award, right? So the top team leader, what's the movie, The Avengers?
Yeah.
The fucking gauntlet. The big the Thanos gauntlet that has the stones in it.
Oh yeah.
We have a big gauntlet, right? So the top team leader gets the gauntlet and then wins $1,500 for winning the gauntlet for the month, top revenue, and then their whole team gets lunch with me.
Nice.
So we just did that for Christian. Won the gauntlet. We had our team lunch with Christian, and he won the money and the gauntlet. So that's that. There's that too. Then the quarterly contest. Then we do quarterly team events. So we've done bowling, we've done kickball, we've done an Angels game, we've done Ducks game,
beach barbecue.
We've done the beach. Yeah, we've done the bonfire 2 years in a row on the beach. We've done
a nice high-end restaurant.
Yeah, we've done the restaurants.
And obviously Christmas parties and things of that nature.
Christmas parties. And then last year I did something different too, which was awesome. We did this for only management. We had the first ever Kings and Queens Gala.
Oh, yeah, I saw
right?
that.
So we went to what's that restaurant?
Orange Hill
on the mountains. And we had a live band come in who sings like a lot of like cool R&B that this woman with her band.
So then and the Kings and Queens, they were able to take their significant other, right?
Yeah, we got all dressed up. It was a 3-course sit-down dinner. It
Do
cost
you
a lot of money.
like that's so important. Like, because we leave every single day. We leave our significant others. You and I are married. We both have children. We leave our children. We leave our wives, and they don't get to see.
Yeah.
Like what we do. They don't get to see who we are. They get to see who we are at home, but they don't get to see like who we impact like while we're gone. And so for them to be able to come and see that, I mean, that's huge.
I mean, it was amazing last year. We had the whole thing filmed. I mean, it was such a cool vibe, all dressed up nice. And I did a king speech and the whole thing. So that was cool. And then
were you the king?
Yeah, of course.
I thought you'd be more like the jester. Did you juggle?
No, I didn't juggle. But I had a magician come.
There you go.
I had a magician come do tricks while we were sitting down eating.
Dude, I love magic.
I fucking love it. And this guy's cool. You know where I found this guy?
Are they the ones that he's like, I have 1 ball now, I have 3 balls? And
you know where I found this guy, dude? So I was at Disney. And I went Disneyland, and I went into the magic store.
Oh yeah.
And there was this kid there doing tricks. I was like, "Hey man,
that's my favorite store."
Yeah, okay, so
I could never do what they do. I go there, I buy $77 worth of shit, and I could never replicate the goddamn tricks.
So this kid was doing.
I think that's their trick. That's the magic. They get you to empty your wallet.
He was doing tricks for his kids, and I walked in. I was like, "That's a pretty cool trick." I'm like, "Yo, do you do magic on the side?" He's like, "No, man, I'm aspiring to be a magician." I said, "Hey man, I'm having an event. I'm like, if I give you a couple $100, you want to come do magic?" His fucking eyes
lit up,
dude. It's like, of course I will. I've had him come to 3 different events.
Really?
Now his name is Jason. Super nice guy. Just comes, does like card tricks and tricks.
Jason the Great, like Jason the Jason the Mystical.
I forgot his name on Instagram. I should have given him a shout. We should tag him.
He needs some sort of name. He can't just be Jason.
I don't know what he is.
Hi, I'm Jason. Like that doesn't tell me anything. He's got to be like Jason the Significant, or not the Significant. Jason the Magnificent.
The Magnificent.
Jace Deeney or
I'll
something
find
like
out.
That. He's got to have some cool name.
And then last but not least, which we're doing in 2 weeks, which we did last year for the first time, which was like a huge success, was Culture Week.
Oh, yeah. So you got some good keynotes coming up.
Nick will be speaking at Culture Week in 2 weeks. So Culture Week is a whole week of what we do is anybody that doesn't live in California, management and advisors, we fly them all in. This costs us a shitload of money, right? So we have like 12 different people flying, and we put them up in hotels, and we have something going on every day. So like breakfast for the whole company with somebody speaking, lunch for the whole company with somebody speaking, breakout sessions, and then we have dinners, a whole dinner on Tuesday with sales team at the private club I'm part of now.
Yep.
And then we have a whole dinner with account management, with customer service, customer success on Wednesday. Then we have another dinner with all our advisors and tech team on Thursday. And then we culminate Culture Week on Friday, right after work. We rented out. We got a party company to come bring all these fucking games. They have like human jousting.
Oh, nice.
We got human jousting coming. We got human foosball, the fucking sumo thing.
Oh, yeah,
and we're going to have a barbecue, and we're going to have music. And then all week long during the week, as everybody does sales or accomplishes tasks in the office, they get a raffle. They get a raffle ticket, and then at the end of it, at the end of the Friday night thing, we're gonna raffle off $2,000 in cash.
Get out of here.
So it's gonna be $100 to the first 6 people, and then 200, 300, 400, and then top prize 500 cash.
Nice.
So we're gonna end.
And each time they do something, they get.
Whenever they get a sale, they get a ticket. Whenever they solve a ticket, they get solve a
problem.
A problem, they get a ticket. So yeah, and then it's gonna accumulate to the ticket.
I mean, so that culture week obviously has to cost a pretty penny. I mean, what you're describing, you got dinners every night, you got the private club, you got
so much fucking money.
I mean,
I got to get approval from our controller about this, but it means so much to us, and hopefully
that's
to everybody else here.
And that's what I wanted to touch upon is that like investing in culture is expensive, but it's also,
if you do it on our level,
it's also an evergreen deal as well. Like you gotta continue. You can't just have one culture meeting or make some claim. Like you have to embody.
It's got to
culture.
be a part of who you are.
It's got to be in your DNA. Like for me, culture, the definition of culture is the DNA of your organization. I can walk into any organization and I can give you a feel or descriptive words like enthusiastic, competitive, discipline. You walk into a doctor's office. What like if I say, hey, you're walking into a doctor's office, what kind of culture does a doctor's office have?
I don't know. Not much have good ones.
Well, but like what's the energy when you walk in there?
It's fucking dead.
It's quiet.
It's quiet.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Yeah.
It's stuffy.
You know what's the best culture? The motor vehicles.
Motor vehicles?
It's the worst.
DMV.
Bro.
DMV. Oh no. Yeah. So DMV, everybody has a culture, and that's what you have to understand. Like you're either going to have a chaotic culture
or
you're
miserable
gonna have
culture,
competitive culture. So like culture is so important. But what do you think the ROI has been on the what we call the ROR? Like what you're really investing in is in the relationships.
Yeah.
Like the employees, right? So what's been the ROI on the ROR?
A lot of loyalty, a lot of people who have been here since day one. I mean, I forgot, this Thursday, we're having our veterans dinner. So I decided to do this 2 weeks ago. Anybody who's been here for 3 years,
wow,
you're a veteran here. And there was actually, I think, 17 of us who've been here for at least 3 years.
Wow.
And I'm taking them all to Fogo de Chao, to the Brazilian Steakhouse. And I'm taking
have you been there before?
Never.
You never been there before?
Never been there, no.
I just ate there on Saturday.
How was it?
Tremendous,
as
right? You would say.
I gotta save room, right?
Well, it just depends on how much you're going to the salad bar.
I should just go meat, right?
I mean, but the salad bar is fantastic. I mean, it's like I'm not a big salad bar guy. I think they're kind of gross, and kids walking around flicking their boogers in there, people sneezing, farting, crop dusting, all the stuff. Like, and typically salad bars attract a certain type of person.
But Fogo de Chao's like a little higher end.
Oh, dude, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Then they come around with the meat. It's great.
Yeah. So God, I'm psyched.
I got to somehow wiggle myself onto that table.
So we're doing that on Thursday, our veterans dinner.
That's this Thursday?
Yeah. And then
let me check. Yeah, I'm available. I'll see you there.
There's even more. Like there's so much that we do. So then on top of that, we run our business on EOS, right?
Yeah.
And then every quarter we have our VTO meeting,
which is the Vision Traction Organizer.
So me and the partners meet. We go through our quarterly goals, and then I go and we tell the whole company about our vision, and we have a whole meeting, and we cook breakfast for all the employees. So Pat and Carl, we make egg and cheese, Taylor ham, which is a Jersey thing. Taylor ham, egg and cheeses on bagels.
He told me about this thing. He's like, you got to come out and get this Taylor ham, and I was like, Taylor Swift, what is this Taylor ham? And I gotta say,
it's tremendous,
pretty fantastic.
So Taylor,
whatever that cheese you use with it too is delicious.
That's that's a secret. I can't tell you about that. Did you have a Taylor mac and cheese when you were here, Mackenzie? Mm-hmm. You had one, right? Did you like it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, really, it's really good. So we cook sandwiches we get here at like 5 a.m. and we're cooking for the whole company.
This is Culture Week?
No, that's every quarter. Every quarter.
When is the Taylor ham coming again?
Next quarter, probably about June.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on 75 hard. You're going to make me wait another 75 days for it?
It's so good. It's so like good. The Jersey staple. Taylor ham, egg and cheese, salt, pepper on a bagel. Oh, my God.
So hold on. I want to rewind a little bit, too, because you're talking about a lot of the things that you do.
People constantly tell me that I do too much. You know that? Like, bro, you guys do way too much. I'm like, why would you say that?
No, I don't think there is a way too much. I think it's whatever is right for you and your culture. But
I love it. It makes me happy.
Oh, so that's where I'm going with this. Is I want to focus less on what you do because I think people got to decide what's important to them. But why do you do it?
I love it. I know they love it. I constantly get people coming to me saying, man, I never worked for a company like this. I never worked for somebody like you. You actually really do care about us, and I know this is not fake. And you can't fake it, by the way. Like, you can't just fake it. Like, you actually gotta fucking care. Like,
Right.
I really feel like I'm responsible for all these people to put food on their table and to pay their rent and pay their bills. I really feel that way. You know what I mean? That's I care that much, and I know how much it means to them to see that their leader does care that much about them and treats them like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't ever yell at
Well,
people.
I mean, I think you're obviously seeing the dividends of this,
Sure.
right? Like, you're seeing. I mean, to have employees in this style of environment, which is like highly competitive,
Sure.
highly enthusiastic, to have 17 people that have been with you for 3 years, I mean, that says a ton.
Yeah.
Because like you guys, it's not like you've been around for 30 years.
Yeah.
How long has this been around?
So this specific business is 5 years.
5 years. And you've got 17 out of the 80.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not good at math, but that's over 20% of the people that you have been here longer than
3 years.
3 years. Like,
Yeah.
like
Some people have been here for 5 years since the beginning, since inception.
that's crazy.
So
That's crazy.
I want that number to go higher. I want to have, and look, just if you guys don't know, like, sales organizations have high churn.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, have
And the,
high
and the
churn.
fact that you've had this many people for this long is a testament to the culture. And so, like, when we're talking to the founders, I want you to just kind of like hear what Anthony is doing.
Remember, 3 years in, we only had like 40 employees.
Right.
You know what I mean? So almost half of the ones
That's
back then.
that's actually a good point.
Majority of our employees now all came within the last 2 years. I had like 15 people who were like, dude, I'm 3 months away from 3 years. Oh man, I'm next month on my 3 years. Like,
Yeah.
if I waited 3 more months, I would have been like 35, 40 people.
Wow.
Because we just started really scaling hard the last 2 years.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So about
So
half,
so that's crazy. You look at 50%, 20%.
Yeah.
Like, so, and that's what I want to challenge all the founders that are CEOs that are listening to this is like, what are you doing for your culture? What are you doing for your retention? What are you doing to empower the people? The people are the beating heart of an organization.
Yeah.
They are the ones that take your vision and actually make it their own. And they kind of make like your dream a stepping stone inside their own. And they can make anything possible for you if you can get them to do one thing and one thing only. Believe.
You know what?
Believe in you as the leader. Believe in you as the company. Believe in the teammates around them. Just have this unadulterated belief that we're going to do this. That's how things get done. That's how big companies. This is being recorded on an iPhone.
You know what?
And that company had culture.
I just forgot something we haven't done in a long time, which is good. We only do it once in a while. We've done it like 3 times.
You haven't paid me to come speak?
I haven't paid you yet.
Is that what you haven't done in a long time?
No, but this is a good one. This is a good one because no one does this, right? We would just pick a random employee, right, and not tell anybody in the company and make it his day. So one time we did Shane, right? We decided to make it Shane Day on like a Friday out of nowhere. So the night before we got like balloons that said Shane, pictures of him everywhere. Let's go Shane all over the office. And then we walk in, it's Shane Day, hey! And then every time you get a sale, boom, let's go Shane. And Shane gets lunch, Shane gets free breakfast, Shane gets free lunch all day long. Hey Shane, congratulations, Shane Day, all day. And that one person is is lit up.
So significant.
Right, and we haven't done it in a while, which is good. You want to do it like sneaky out of nowhere. So it's time to do somebody's day.
We got to make it Nick Day. I love that. I wish
fucking work here.
Come on, I practically do. I wish it was Nick Day every day in my house. Like
it's never Nick Day at your house.
I come in there like, oh, you're back. Like, yeah, what do you mean I'm back? Yeah.
So after culture week, we're gonna pick somebody and do that with.
Where's Shane? I want to go meet him.
Shane's been one of our top sales guys. We did it with like 3 different people.
Nice. You got to pick like someone just like maybe someone in customer service.
We've done that.
Yeah.
We did it in customer service. We did it with this guy Eric. Out of nowhere, never expected it.
But what if you
Eric was on Nick's team? We did it with him one time.
What if you have like a weird name like Stanley? Like you can't have a Stanley Day, can you?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, think about how many fucking balloons you need for that STA.
Let's go, Stan.
Nah, maybe he doesn't like to be called Stanley.
We'll figure it out.
I mean, Stan.
We'll give him a nickname.
Maybe he doesn't even like his name. I don't know if I'd like my name if my name was Stanley. Then now you're reminding this guy of like how terrible his name is.
All right, we can't pick fucking Stanley, okay?
Do you have a Stanley?
No, we don't have a Stanley.
Have you ever met a Stanley? See, that's what I'm saying. I've never met a Stanley.
I don't think so.
Like who is this? Who names their children Stanley?
Stanley's like a Polish name, I think.
Polish.
Yeah, because it's short for Stanislaus.
Stanislaus?
It is. Look it up. Stanislaus.
Stanislaus? There's nobody. Stanislaus. That sounds like a side dish.
My name's Stanislaus, but for sure, call me Stanley.
That sounds like a side dish at a Greek barbecue or something. Go, hey, try the pita and Stanislaus.
All right. I think we're done with fucking culture, okay?
I think you're making shit up.
No, I'm not. Look it up.
So I like culture. Culture to me is so important. When I've gone into like organizations or I build, my own organizations, like culture is like probably the first thing that I address and I think about. I kind of come in and I look around and I'll know really damn quickly, like if they've got a culture that's chaotic, if they got a culture that's, specifically curated, right, towards a cause, because that's what we really are trying to get down to with culture is causality, like where people feel driven and compelled to the cause. Like you have a mission here, like where you're going with this company, and in order for you to get what you want, you have to help them get what they want, but they have to be in alignment with the overall mission of the company.
100%.
And so founders don't think about this. They're like hustle harder, and it's like get up and some organizations have a hustle like mentality, but you can still do that with some humility and some fun interacted into it, right?
That's what we do, baby.
At the end of the day, like, Cyndi Lauper says, like, girls just want to have fun, like we just want to have fun. Keith Yackee actually talks about that all the time.
Yeah, I want to have fun.
Yeah, like we all just want to have fun.
We just started doing these, Mackenzie started doing these meme videos.
I've seen them.
And including some of the employees in them. And they like it.
But I got to tell you about your meme videos. You look like a fucking like a Chinese dub movie. We gotta work.
Am I not doing it right?
No, we gotta get your lips.
I'm not hitting it like right on.
You gotta be more in like I watched the Oscars last night. You definitely wouldn't have won one.
That was not nominated.
So when we're gonna wrap this up, but my challenge to all the founders out there is to just like take a culture temperature check. And one of the best ways you can do that.
Fucking survey. So simple. We do them all anonymous survey and just ask them. I want honest feedback. This is anonymous. Tell me how you feel about culture. Do you feel like you matter? Do you feel like you're acknowledged enough? Like, just ask them and they'll fucking tell you.
Yeah, and just say, what do you like most about the company? What do you like least about the company?
Yeah, shit like that, yep.
How do you think we can improve your experience here as an employee?
You'll get the feedback.
You'll get the feedback, especially if you make it anonymous, right?
Yep.
And then gather up everybody, like at least once a week, once a month. Like I used to do these things called State of the Unions, and I would tell them exactly, like, hey guys, this is where we were, this is where we're at, and this is where we're going, and this is how you play into that. Like
it's pretty much similar to the VTO meeting.
I would tell everybody this. This is a great line, by the way, and feel free to steal this, and you'll probably use it tomorrow and like take all the credit for it.
Let me see how good it is.
It's pretty fucking good. So I would say to everybody, like, listen, I never promoted a person a day in my life. They always promoted themselves. I never fired a person a day in my life. They always fired themselves. I never hired a person a day in my life. Their energy, their enthusiasm, their alignment with our cultures always hired them. So you only have to stay where you're at because you choose to stay there. We have created a organization with like boundless limits, and you can rise or fall on your own accord.
All right, that's pretty good.
It's pretty fucking good.
Cut that out for me, Mackenzie. Let me know.
But it's true. Like
it is true.
Like, have you promoted anybody? No.
Leaders rise.
Exactly. They've promoted themselves.
Yeah.
Have you hired anybody? No. They came in and they interviewed to a level that you thought was satisfactory.
And displayed they had.
Have you fired anybody? No. You set expectations and you held yourself accountable to the boundaries, right? So. Yeah, like I think next week we could actually like dovetail off of this episode because I teach that thing called the CEO C4, right? And it's and culture is one of the elements of this C4. And you look at like C4, what it really is, it's a small, tiny explosive device, right? But it's meant to break down barriers for a leader to be able to take his or her troops through that like barrier and accomplish a mission. So culture is part of this little tiny yet powerful like device that can break down barriers of communication, of dogma, of just like apathy, and actually get people compelled to fucking go and move towards like a common cause. That's what culture is.
All right, so next week C4.
C4, and you guys have done a great job of culture. So I'm not wearing a hat today, but hats off to you.
Thanks.
Like you guys got good culture. I love coming in here. In fact, I was just on a Zoom call and I had to go get some more water, and I was on the phone with this guy. He's like, holy shit, dude, where are you? I was like, oh, I'm at one of my buddy's offices. He's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like that was on Zoom, you know, just like, you know, kind of doing the Blair Witch Project, walking around to go get water. He's like, what is going on in there?
That's how everybody says when they walk in.
And then I just held it up, and he's like, damn, this is what he said. He goes, I want to come see that place.
Everybody says it all the time. I always welcome it. Come anytime you want, man. I'll show you. They love it.
Yeah.
They want to know how they can have the same kind of energy and vibe.
All the companies that you admire, Apple, Google, Facebook, you know, all these big companies, Virgin, they all have culture. And that culture is actually it kind of trickles down from the tip of the spear, which is you, the founder, the CEO. So if you're not investing into culture, if you're not investing into your people, man, I'm telling you, you're selling yourself short on what the real opportunity is.
Let's end with this, right? So about 2 years ago, I was listening to some sports radio on the way to work, whatever, and they were I always look at sports teams and I think business and sports are very alike,
similar,
from ownership down to management and the players and whatever. And there was a guy talking about, hey, you know, and they said they're going to bring in this coach to change the culture of the team. And he goes, listen, they ain't bringing in the coach to change the culture of the team. What happens is the team takes on the personality of the coach. You know, so you as the leader, if you're not going to embody what you want it to be, it's never going to turn into that.
Amen. That's beautiful.
You know?
Well, you heard it here first, people, and you're going to hear it again multiple times at the Founders Table. It's led by you, the founder. Your organization is merely reflecting back like who you are as the coach, as the leader, and we are all professional, which means we have to practice our craft every single day. So thank you for joining us on this episode of the Founders Table. I'm Nick Long. This is Anthony Basilio. Grab a seat and pull up a chair next week as we dive into CEO C4, and it's going to be explosive. We're out.